Hello guys. So recently many people have been asking if the tension increases in the Middle East, especially involving countries like Israel, Iran, or even the US, will it impact the Indian IT industry? So let me share my understanding of this. This is not geopolitical analysis. This is just how I see it from a corporate and IT employee perspective. And I will first talk about what could go wrong, then we will see what could actually benefit the industry. Let first what may happen. Let's first discuss that one. The first thing that may happen, as per my understanding, is an increase in oil prices. Most of the world's oil passes through the Middle East. If there is instability or disruption, so oil price can rise. Now, why does that matter in Indian context or especially to Indian IT? Because higher oil prices increase global inflation. Now, when inflation increases, companies worldwide face higher costs, right? And when companies faces higher cost, the first thing they will cut is not salaries. It is the discretionary spending. And IT project often falls under discretionary spending. So let me take an example here. Imagine a US retail company that was planning a large digital transformation project. Okay. Now, due to rising operational cost and uncertainty, they may decide to delay that project. That means the Indian IT vendor working on that deal may not get the contract, which means fewer new projects, which may lead to the slower hiring and which may increase the bench time. So not immediately, but slower growth will be visible. Now the second possible negative impact, as per my understanding, is global uncertainty. When geopolitical tension rise, business become very cautious. Okay, even if oil price don't skyrocket, uncertainty makes companies delay the expansion. Now let's again take an example. Suppose a fintech company in the US was planning to scale aggressively. Okay. Now, because of global instability, investor may advise them to conserve the cases, not to spend right now. So they will freeze new tech hiring. Again, this doesn't mean कि IT collapses, but hiring momentum slows. And as an IT employee, you might feel this fewer new internal opening, slower project approval, okay, cost optimization discussions are happening, all those things. Now let's talk about the third negative impact that could be in the cybersecurity domain, especially cybersecurity threats. During geopolitical tensions, cyber warfare increases. So attacks on infrastructure, banking systems, telecom network become very common, right? Now this sounds negative, and obviously it is, but it has a dual side as well. Let's come to the positive side of it. So now here is the interesting part, okay? So just pay attention. As per my understanding, not all impact is negative. In fact, some areas may grow. Let's start with the cybersecurity part. So, if geopolitical tension increases, then cyber threats will be obviously there. So, company will increase their security budget. Just pay attention over there. So, again, let me take an example. If a global bank fears cyber attacks, they will invest more in threat monitoring, cloud security, SOC teams, DevSecOps, all those stuffs. Okay. Now, if Indian IT companies are managing those services, so demand may increase, right? So cybersecurity professionals may actually see more opportunity at this moment or maybe in near future. Now let's talk about the second positive impact that could happen is currency movement. So that is based on my understanding and observing the current situation. During global uncertainty, investor might move towards the US dollar. They strengthens the that will strengthen the dollar, and when the dollar strengthens, the Indian rupee weakens. Correct, obviously. Now Indian IT companies earn revenue mostly in dollars. So if the dollar strengthens, then their rupee earning increases. This can improve the profit margin. So for example, even if project inflow slows slightly, better exchange rate may balance that financial result. Okay, so it will balance out the negative and positive part. So impact is not always one-sided. Now the third positive angle is a long-term digital dependency. Even during geopolitical tensions, companies cannot stop technology. Banking systems must run, cloud infrastructure must operate, e-commerce platform must function. So digital transformation may slow, but core tech operation cannot stop. So IT industry is more resilient compared to many other sectors. Okay. So what does this mean for you? As per my understanding, short-term impact may look like hiring caution, hiring freeze, hiring slowdown, or slower project approval, more cost control, bench pressure in some of the companies, but not immediate collapse. Keep that in mind. And in some domains like cybersecurity, as I talked about, along with the cloud operation, in those sectors demand may increase. The real-term risk for IT employee is not the geopolitical tension. You know what? It is skill irrelevance. Wars affect the cycles, but skills determine the survival in the IT industry. So, my dear friends, instead of panic, the smarter approach is stay updated, strengthen the core skill, build financial stability, and avoid risky job switching during this instability moment. Okay, so this is how I see the situation from a corporate lens. It may vary depending on how events unfold. So that is all for today. See you in the next video, guys. Stay safe.